So Claude Code is the most powerful part of Claude, and most people are just barely scratching the surface. There are 6 things inside of Claude Code that every beginner needs to know. 4 of them let you build, and the other 2 let you build smarter and faster, and even while you're sleeping. I'm going to walk you through all 6 and show you exactly what each one does. And then by the end of this, you're going to be able to use Claude in a way that 99% of people haven't figured out yet. Starting with section number 1, planning. So this is Claude Code in the desktop app. Now, there also is a terminal version, but for most beginners, this is the one that you want. And today, we're going to build something together, which is a personal morning briefing dashboard that pulls in your real calendar, your real to-do list, the weather, and a motivational quote along with the top AI articles. And at the end here, it's going to be running on its own every single morning without you even touching it. Do you see this routines button over here on the sidebar? Well, we are going to come back to that because it is super important. Trust me. But first, let me show you exactly what we're looking at here. So down at the bottom here, you see repo. It's short for repository. And all this really means is that it's just your project folder. Before you do anything, you need to tell Claude where to save your files or point to an existing project that you want Claude to work on. When you click it, you're able to pick a folder, and then Claude has access to everything inside of it. Then over here, you see it says model name on the bottom right. Well, when you click that, you see the models and effort. Models is just the brain that Claude is going to use. And here are a few options, but for us, we're going to stick with Opus 4.7, which happens to be the smartest one of them all. That's the one you want to choose when you're building things. So I typically just leave it on Opus 4.7. And then effort is how hard Claude thinks. Low effort builds really fast, but it's shallow. Max effort is slow, but it's very thorough. And so if we're building something from scratch, I like to use extra high. So that's what we're going to do. Now, one of the most important sections, and I'm telling you, the most important section, you see it on the bottom left. It says accept edits. You have a few options here. Accept edits means that Claude is going to make changes as they go, and they're going to do it automatically without asking you. Ask permissions is where Claude shows you each change that it's making, and then it's asking you to approve it every single time before it moves on to the next step. And then you also see bypass permissions and auto mode. These are grayed out on my computer. Now, these give Claude more autonomy. Auto mode still has background safety checks, of course, but you're not approving anything manually. Now, you want to get comfortable with the other models and understand the risks that go along with it before you turn any of these on. And in the description, I have a link to Anthropic's safety and privacy policy. Check it out. And then there's plan mode. Plan mode is where Claude doesn't write any code at all. All it does is it writes your plan first, and then it waits for you to approve it. Now, this is Claude's superpower, and most people don't know it even exists. Now, we're going to start with plan mode, but we are going to get this going here. I'm going to type, build me a personal morning briefing dashboard that shows today's calendar, shows my to-do list, it shows the current weather, gives me a motivational quote, and at the top, it shows me 3 AI articles from today. Okay, and take a look here. Like I mentioned, Claude isn't writing any code, but it's writing me a plan. It's planning what it's going to build. It's planning how it's going to structure it, what files it needs to create. And then when it's done, it's going to wait for me to approve it before it starts building. You always want to start with plan mode before you start building with Claude Code. Trust me, it makes your projects so much better. Okay, so the plan looks good to me. So let's move over to section number 2, which is build. Since I'm happy with the plan, I'm going to switch back to accept edits, and then I'm going to let Claude run and do its thing. Okay, so it's creating everything that we asked it to create, creating the files, the code, it's building the whole thing for us. So we can just sit back and watch it do its thing, and we'll see what it comes up with. Okay, so take a look. Now it is complete. It's running on placeholder data, right? We didn't give it any of our information yet. We're going to fix that, trust me. But first, we do need to make some changes, which takes us to section number 3, preview. So over here on the right-hand side, this is your preview pane. So your app is running live here. This is right next to the chat, but it doesn't look perfect to me. There's a few changes that I think I want to make. And that's really where the preview piece comes in handy, because we can chat with it and say something like, make the whole dashboard light mode, or add a greeting at the top that says, good morning with today's date. And then just hit enter, and it's going to make those changes for you over here on the preview mode. So now I'm not super happy with the way this looks, so I'm going to ideate back and forth until it's perfect. So I will be right back. All right, now our dashboard looks good, but it's still fake data. So let's go ahead and fix that. And that takes us to section number 4, Toolbox. You see this plus button right here? This is your toolbox. Now we're going to take a look at connectors. This is how Claude talks to other applications. Now you might have heard the term MCP server before. That stands for Model Context Protocol. But all that is the connection between Claude and your tools. And for me, I have Gmail in my toolbox. I have Google Calendar. I have Slack. And there's a bunch more that are already connected. And you can even search through the entire directory if you'd like. And real quick, I know some of you are wondering about privacy. Well, Claude only has access to what you give it permission to use. And in your privacy settings, you can actually control whether your data is used for training or not. So you are still in full control here, but there is a little bit of trust that you're giving Claude to access some of these tools. All right, so I'm going to make sure that Google Calendar and Google Drive is turned on. And now I'm going to pull in my real meetings from my Google Calendar and my to-do list from my Google Drive. Now that's where I put my to-do list. You guys may use a different tool for your to-do list. And look at that. Those are my actual meetings. That's my actual to-do list. This is my real data. Now, I do want to point out another tool here. It's called /commands. Now, this is something that's really important for you to understand, but sometimes it's misunderstood. Now, when we look at the tools, we can hover over any of these /commands, and it's going to tell you exactly what it does. But the one that I want you to know about is /init. That may be init. I don't know how you say it, INIT. And when you run /init, Claude scans your projects and it creates a file called claude.md. Now, this is Claude's memory for your project. From that point on, anytime that you open up this project, Claude is going to remember how you like things done. You want to make sure that you're setting this up on every project. And then there's plugins. There's add-ons that extend what Claude Code can do. It's worth exploring if you get more comfortable with it, but we're not going to use it today. Okay, so our dashboard has real data. It remembers our preferences. It's connected to our tools, but we aren't done yet. There's two more things that we need to do. And the last one is the reason why I made this video, because it's something that's new and exciting. But before we get to number 5, please subscribe, like this video, leave a comment. It's something that would really help my channel, and I would appreciate it. But let's continue to section number 5, environments. Now down here at the bottom, it says local. That means that Claude Code is running on your computer or my computer right now. But if you click it, you can also run Claude Code in the cloud. That means that Claude Code is running on Anthropic's servers, not your computer. You'll also see remote control and SSH for connecting other machines. That's a little bit more advanced, but just know that that's where they're housed. Now, the reason why I showed you the cloud is because of what comes next here. Now, remember routines? I mentioned we're going to come back. Well, here we go. This is section number 6, Autopilot. So this is the last one, and this is the reason why I saved it for last. Because when you click routines, there's two options. One is it can run on your local machine, so your computer has to be on at all times, but it also works in the cloud, which is kind of cool. So even when your computer is closed or turned off, or even when you're asleep, routines will still run for you. And when you wake up, things can be done. So now we can take our morning briefing and turn it on autopilot. But before we do that, I'm going to ask Claude Code to write me a detailed prompt for this routine. So I'm going to tell it, write me a detailed prompt for the routine that pulls my calendar, checks my to-do list, grabs the weather, and grabs the top AI articles for the day, then also sends me a full briefing through Gmail every single morning. And by doing that, Claude is going to write me a detailed prompt, which it just did, and I can paste straight into my routine here. Now, that's way better than anything that I could have typed out on my own or even could have thought of. So might as well use the brain power of Claude to do that. Okay, so now I go into routines. I'm going to click on new routine. I'm going to select remote. I'm going to paste in the prompt. I'm going to connect my Gmail and my Google Calendar connectors, and I'm going to schedule this for 7 a.m. in the morning, and then I'm going to click done. And of course, I don't want to wait until tomorrow to show you that this works. So I'm going to go ahead and hit run now. It's going to pull my calendar, going to build the briefing. It's going to send it straight to my inbox. And let's take a look at what that looks like. And here it is. This is my full morning briefing sitting right in my inbox right now. And tomorrow at 7 a.m., this is going to run automatically for me, and I don't have to open my laptop. It's just going to be there. And just a couple of things before you can get started. You do need the Claude desktop app because that was the version that we were using. It is free to download, but to use Claude Code, you need at least a pro plan, which starts at $20 a month. But that gives you access to everything that I just showed you, except for auto mode, which does require the max plan. Also, just as a reminder, you are giving Claude access to your personal files. So again, in the description, read Anthropic's security and privacy policy so you fully understand what's going on. Now, when we talk about Claude Code, there's a lot more features that we didn't cover today. There's things like agent teams and sub-agents and context and skills. And really, we only brushed the surface on what an MCP server is. So those are the features that take you from beginner to intermediate. If this is something that you found helpful, well, please leave a comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.